Hello everyone, this is my 40th week of pregnancy and anything can happen anytime. I wanted to quickly recap everything, and today is the video about my TBR list, my wish list of books that I would like to read. And I would like to divide this in two parts. First one is what I personally would like to read, and the second part is what I would like to read myself and with my future kid, hopefully, as my baby is going to be a little older to understand and comprehend. I hope my baby will catch up on this reading journey. Let's begin. My TBR list, my personal TBR list, is very long. Some of them I have already read and I would like to have them on my bookshelf. I will find the prettier version, but I think I will just buy the cheapest one because books now are hella expensive. So this is my long list. It's like 2 pages long. The first author on this list is Zoe Sag. Zoe is my first foreign language YouTuber that I've been watching since 2014, since my university years. She was my inspiration to learn English, and I gained so much vocabulary thanks to her. She has a trilogy called Girl Online, so there are 3 books, and I have already read the first one, but it wasn't mine, so I don't have any physical copies. Zoe writes fiction and I really like her style and her videos too, obviously. I've been watching for over a decade. And the second series of her books is a collaboration with Amy McCulloch. I hope I said it right. It's called The Magpie Society. It's in the detective genre and it's going to be my first detective. I like that there is an option to buy these books in English. Third one is actually there are 2 thick books of Victor Hugo. I'm sorry for all the names I pronounce wrong. He's French, I don't speak French. The book called Les Miserables, and I will probably read it in Russian because I have already started to read it in English, and it was hard. It's a very thick book, it's very complex and difficult and it's very dark, and there are historical moments and there are heavily like fiction moments. It's just a lot to read. That's why I will probably choose it in Russian. I was inspired to read Les Mis by another blogger, another YouTuber who is actually a British actress in theatre, British theatre actress, Carrie Hope Fletcher. She also has a YouTube channel and I've been watching her since probably like Zoe since 2014. She inspired me to read it because she have done the role of Fantine and another role, I can't remember her name, but I was interested and I actually passed that part in the book, so I'm quite far and I would like to reread, or I'll have to look where I stopped. The next two books are the extension of the Hunger Games series that I have already seen and read a long time ago because it's my favorite Hunger Games series. I love that book, and I would like to have The Sunrise on the Reaping. And the second one is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which is a story of President Snow. I have watched the film, but it was a long time ago, and I'm waiting for the Sunrise film. And the trailer and the movie shots look incredibly close to the book. The next many books, let's say that, by Veronica Roth, I would like to read all of her stuff after I have read the Divergent series, all of her 4 books of Divergent, and I have a video reviewing that. And after the Divergent, I would like to know what the end and other beginnings all about, and also Carve the World. It's part 1, and part 2 is The Fates Divide, and also Veronica Roth's book Chosen Ones. John Green, Everything is Tuberculosis. I have seen his documentary about tuberculosis, this deadly illness, and I have watched a very interesting interview style video when the interviewer gives him, John Green, some topics, and John Green had to link the topic to the tuberculosis. It was very interesting and fascinating idea, because he could link anything to that deadly illness. It was very interesting and such a good way to train your brain to work. I also liked 2 films, Turtles All the Way Down and The Fault in Our Stars. I would like to have these books on my shelf because I like his novels. He's a very interesting person. I watched the Vlogbrothers. Obviously, he and Hungry, his brother, are very OG YouTubers. They're very interesting and I like to learn stuff. Hank Green has 2 books at this point that I know about, probably more. I like his SciShow project. I watched it a long time before the Vlogbrothers. His 2 books are an absolutely remarkable thing, and the second is A Beautifully Foolish Endeavor. the Brother Grimm's fairy tales without censor, because I would like to read the dark stories. I love Disney, but it's very polished. And Carrie Hope Fletcher herself, someone who inspired me to read the thickest book I have ever known, Les Mis, but she writes herself. I would like to know how actress's mind works, because she know the theater inside out, and I would like to know how she writes. She has several books I will read, because there are a lot. When the Curtain Falls, All That She Can See, the first one in this series, On the Other Side, and second on this series, Winter's Snow, In the Time We Lost, and With This Kiss. So I would like to read this. I say I would like to read, and I would like to have it physically a lot in this video. I'm sorry. Take a shot. 23rd book on my list is Jane Austen. I would like to read some classics that I have missed. Speaking of classics, Little Women by Louise May Alcott, and another many classical books are by the sisters Bronte, Charlotte Bronte, Anne Bronte, and Emily Bronte. They are all fascinating to me, and when I was a kid, I was in my grandparents' house, and I was bored and found a thick book. For me, in my childhood, it was a thick book. It was Jane Eyre, and Jane Eyre introduced me to the world of classics and English literature and thick books also. So I would like to read all of the Bronte sisters' creations, except Jane Eyre, because I do have that book, because I stole it. Yes, I stole a book from my grandparents' house. The 28th book, it's actually a trilogy. Jojo Mays wrote Me Before You, and I have watched the film. It's very heartwarming and also heartbreaking film, and a book, obviously. Second part of this trilogy is called After Me, and the last one, the third one, is called Still Me. And I haven't read those two last books, and I don't really know the point of these continuations, because the story ended so heartbreakingly painful. But I'm happy for the character. The 31st book is The Cursed Melodies by Connie Glynn. I actually have her The Rosewood Chronicles, 5 books. I got it this November on my birthday. My friends gifted this series, and I have already read the first one, the Undercover Princess part, and I really like it. It's very easy to read. It's in English. I requested my gifts, so I requested it in English specifically because I like Connie Glyn's YouTube videos. I have been watching her for a long time, probably close to a decade right now, and I knew that she has some books, and it's been a while, I couldn't buy them in time, so I have them right now and I like it. Although the Rosewood Chronicles may consider for a younger generation, it's a light book, light story for anyone. And The Cursed Melodies has the continuation. It's called The Darkest Duel. I would like to know how she writes darker books, and she's also queer friendly, and I know that by the Rosewood Chronicles already, and I always knew that she's queer, and I love that representation in her books. Connie writes beautifully and she speaks beautifully. I like to watch her videos. The 33rd one is in Kazakh. It's translated to something like to be in love with life eternally. So that's that. It was written by Dinara Bolat. Dinara is her name. She has another one. It's about women because her whole blog on Instagram is for women. It's for all, but because she's a woman, she writes for women. She is incredibly talented. She's a travel blogger. She has her separate personal and travel blogs, and she writes purely in Kazakh. I always read her and learn with her because I am Kazakh, but I don't speak it. The next one is kind of a fan fiction, but it's kind of official version. It's by Jean Rees and it's called The Sargasso Sea. It's a kind of continuation of Jane Eyre that I really like, as I said before, but it's not about Jane because we already have everything about her life. This book is about Mr. Rochester's another wife, because if you know the film or the book Jane Eyre, Mr. Rochester had another wife, which is a huge plot twist of that book.